Hi, this is David with Mad Bros Media. I'm here with actor, director, comedian, Mr. Bobcat Goldthwait. How you doing, sir?
You left off ballroom dancer. No, I'm not a ballroom dancer actually. I say no to reality shows. I think it ends up giving us terrible terrible presidents.
So we won't see you on Dancing with the Stars anytime soon?
No. I really think that was the starting pistol of all this.
Yeah, I think Geraldo was on Howard. Geraldo Rivera was on Howard, and he said it just like, if he did it earlier in his career, it probably would have like ruined it. But he's like, I've established career already. I know I suck, but I did it anyway. That's what he said.
Well, I can say I haven't seen much of it, but no, despite the body of my work, I've actually said no to reality shows.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still what a body of work it is. I mean, we really like your, appreciate your movies here, Mad Bros. So you started out like in my opinion, like the golden age of comedy, like just a lot of raw talent, and like, how did you come up with your, your voice, your acts that you?
Well, I was always nervous doing comedy, and so to go up and pretend that I was relaxed would have been a lie. And then I also then I saw people picking on the character that I was on stage, so then it got angrier. But the reality of it was I was always a fan of comics that did do characters, be it Groucho Marx or Andy Kaufman. Or Steve Martin. So people that did personas, I gravitated towards.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of comedians these days that are kind of similar, but like I said, back then it seems like everyone had their own style, was really distinct, and I think that was kind of cool of you to come up with that.
I think the reason that there was so many different comics doing all these different kinds of characters was in the 70s. I think it was a reaction to observational humor. There was just a whole bunch of comics that just kind of did the same thing, and then there was kind of like a Vegas comic. So I think it was kind of almost a little bit Dada to be deconstructive.
Yeah. So tonight at the Olympia Film Festival, you're awarded for outstanding performance in directing. What made you, what inspired you to start directing?
I was in a movie called Hot to Trot, and it was terrible. And I thought
it wasn't so bad.
Okay. No, but I just thought I realized at that point that if I was going to have any say in what I was making, I needed to get behind the camera, and I needed to write. So after that, I wrote another movie called Shakes the Clown. I did a whole bunch of movies, but I've done 7 now. I know folks don't know me as a filmmaker, but that's what I love doing. And then I direct a lot of stuff. I'm a director on a show called Those Who Can't. I have my own new series coming out that I write and direct. And I worked on a whole bunch of shows too, like Jimmy Kimmel Live. I used to direct that, and Chappelle's Show. I was one of the directors on that. So.
Yeah, that leads into the third question. Surprised to read that you did the first 4 episodes of Chappelle's Show. Like, did you think that it was gonna be that? Did you know it was gonna be like this massive hit?
No, I wouldn't have left. No, that's not true. It's probably listed on IMDb that I worked on. I was one of the contributing directors, so it may say the first 4, but it's kind of true. I was one of the directors on that early part of the show. And I loved working with Dave. I don't think Dave's crazy. I think, when he left, I saw that Comedy Central was micromanaging him, and I have nothing but respect for him.
Yeah, I mean, whatever the reason, there's never ever like a clear reason that I read or nothing, but for me, I just think it's just one of the, like, for me personally, like top 10, I think, variety shows or sketch shows of all time.
Sure, yeah.
Robin Williams, for my brother and I, he was just this major hero. Sometimes there's celebrities that pass. They're like, well, they're 80s and 90s. They're older. So it's understandable. We all go. And then there's some that are like, maybe they have illnesses. They have like cancer or something like that. Oh, that's sad. But just something even to this day, and I'm sure since you were great friends, that it's just something so special about Rom that we just still can't let it go. You know, we can't let it go. But I know you had the Q&A. You know, earlier you said a few things, but I don't know if you had like another little funny anecdote or a funny story, something about Robin.
Well, I mean, it's hard to just go into a funny story, but Robin. Yeah, it is shocking that he's gone. You know, he had Lewy body dementia, which was misdiagnosed as Parkinson's. People with Lewy body dementia usually often only diagnosed after they're gone. That was the big contributing factor to his demise. I loved him dearly. I think about him every day. I miss him. You know, he was my best friend. So I don't offhandedly. I just, I don't. It's
like we I think just the whole probably not only the United States, probably the whole world. Like we thought. I think we just thought we grew up with. My brother and I, we grew up with him. We thought of him probably as a best friend, but you just had the privilege of actually being best friends with him. I just thought also. My final question is, I don't know, maybe down the line. Maybe it's kind of too early on, but do you think you ever use your great directorial expertise and maybe do like a documentary about your friendship with Robin, and stuff like how he was off camera?
No, I mean, I know that there's a lot of documentaries about Robin in the works. I mean, I made a documentary on my friend Barry Crimmins. There's a lot of reasons. I think Robin and I were really close because I didn't talk about what he said off stage publicly. So now that he's gone, I don't really. I mean, everybody knows that he was a wonderful man, and they'll perpetuate that. And my friendship with him is just something that's I want to keep private.
No, that's completely understandable. Well, thank you so much, Bobcat, for
being
on the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for coming out tonight.
Yeah, and this has been David with Mad Bros Media.